that movie was a lot deeper and heavier than I expected it to be. Like, man. This is Movies, Media, and More, and we are talking about Thunderbolts, asterisk. Now, you may be wondering, why is there an asterisk on this movie title? Don't worry, the movie answers that. And my god, this movie. I think the marketing did a pretty good job at, like, trying to convey what it was, but, like, I did not expect it to be this. It's really good, by the way. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of movies that try to say, oh, it's like the Winter Soldier, specifically Marvel movies. It's like, oh, it's the next Winter Soldier. It's like the tone of the Winter Soldier. I think out of all the movies that they've tried to say it's like that, this is the most movie that is like the Winter Soldier. The tone, as all Marvel movies does, kind of shifts around back and forth just a little bit. There's moments when you would hope and think that it's a little bit more serious and they don't stay serious. And then there's times where it's the opposite. But this one, I honestly think it balances its tone really, really well. The humor is there, but it's not like too distracting. It feels like most of the time when they inject it that it makes sense or at least flows well with everything, even if it is a tonal shift within the scene or whatever. The visuals are actually really good. I do not remember anything in this other than like maybe one scene, and in the end credits too, that felt out of place with like the CGI or anything like that. The visuals were amazing. You can tell the influences from like Everything Everywhere All at Once. I forget the list of all the people that are part of this, but like there are certain influences and stuff from those other movies that these people have created that you can really feel kind of conveyed through the music and the tone and the visuals and everything in this movie. Sebastian Stan is amazing. Florence Pugh is amazing. Wyatt Russell, I believe is his name. He is really, really good in this. He is really good at playing an asshole, is what I'm learning. They make characters that were like smaller or like unlikable pretty likable, and like build a lot of character with these characters too in an interesting way. And you have new characters like Bob that show up that is a delight and also very interesting, to say the least. And the one thing that I wasn't really expecting with this movie was what the main theme actually was, and what like the message at the end of the film was going to be. This may be potential spoilers. This will be maybe the only potential spoiler that I say in this, because I feel like if I say this and you are watching the movie, you might sort of see where things are going, maybe not. So this is your warning. I've kind of given you everything that my thoughts to go see this movie. It fits well within the MCU. It's definitely like an 8 out of 10 is what I'd probably get it. Maybe 8.5 out of 10. It's a good movie. Go see it. Now, the only potential spoilers thing that I will say in this review is the theme ends up being mental health, which is interesting. It's been tackled a little bit within the MCU, stuff like Bucky going to therapy, and if you really want to think about it, like almost all of Loki is sort of dealing with Loki's mental health and image and stuff, but this movie really, really, really like dives deep into like a sense of self, trying to find self-worth and who you are, if that makes sense. That is sort of like what the main theme ends up being, and it was like kind of deep and refreshing compared to what I thought it would be. And there was a moment in this where everyone got quiet, and once like the movie got quiet, and I heard sniffling from people crying. And when I went to go see it, it was at 2 p.m. on Thursday, so like almost no one was there. There was still decent crowd of like I think 20 or 30 people, which isn't much, but for the time it was. And that small amount of people, that moment, and for me too, like hit really hard. And it wasn't like anything like I would say too big or flashy necessarily. It was just like the meaning in the moment was like very, very deep, and I think hit a lot of people that was in the viewing that I had. So yeah, I highly recommend this movie. It probably is honestly in my top 10 now of the MCU, which is saying a lot because there's a lot of them now. It might even be in my top 5, genuinely. It is that good, and it's definitely one of the better, if not the best, recent MCU entry. So check out Thunderbolts if you want to. It is definitely worth the viewing.